We're going back 3 wide as we continue our deep dive into every team's NFL draft, broken down by ratings inside of College Football 25. It's 3 Wide Podcast. Nick Mizesko, Tyler Davis, OneGreatUser. Gentlemen, we're still in the AFC North. Let's talk Pittsburgh Steelers. Doesn't make me happy to talk about my team's rival, but then again, Tyler Davis, I've been sad for a long time, so it doesn't really change anything for me.
It's true. I know this isn't your team, but they drafted a lot from your other team, OH.
I don't really need to I-O. Or as User would say, H-O!
H-O! A lot of Ohio State, though, here for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Did he say H-O? Did he say H-O? Boys, let's dive into it. We start off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They go defensive tackle. And by the way, one of the great stories is a former Michigan State player, goes to Oregon. Derrick Harmon, who big fan of. We all saw the story on draft night, gets picked by the Pittsburgh Steelers. His mother on her deathbed was able to tell his mother before she passed away that she got drafted. So you know he's going to be playing with a whole lot of motivation. And you're taking a look at Derrick Harmon. He is, the word disruptor comes up because he's got 3 abilities that have the word disruptor in it.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at this is the type of pick you expect to see. Even though it's late in the first round or mid in the first round, 21, they still have a top 4 defensive tackle. What's that? 91 overall. And then you look at the abilities. You see strip breaker, outside disruptor, option disruptor, inside disruptor, meaning that regardless, he's going to be a problem no matter where you at, because if you run near him, he's a guy that's going to make a play on the ball, and that's a great pick at number 21.
Yeah, it's a good pick. It's very Steelers, Mike Tomlin-esque. You got Shedeur Sanders on the board. You got these quarterbacks, and this is going to happen throughout this draft, but they take the D tackle here. I will say, Howard Cross, same overall right there, went undrafted to the Bengals. So this isn't the greatest pick in the world to me based on College Football 25, but you know he's going to be a solid player. You know he's going to contribute from day one. You know, you got Cam Hayward, you got TJ Watt. Like, they already have a great front 7. You throw in Harmon here, I mean, that's going to take them to another
Remember
level.
that Howard Cross, didn't you say he got hurt at the end of the season?
No, Cross was good. Seth McLaughlin got hurt at the end of the season. But, I mean, you're talking about top power move in the game at 95, and you talk about a defensive line that's kind of possibly in flux, Ty. We've all heard the rumors about TJ Watt moving on. I mean, let's be clear. Cam Hayward is no spring chicken anymore. You're talking about a defensive line that may need to change. I mean, does feel like a very Mike Tomlin pick, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, always, too, getting the defense there. And you mentioned Cam Hayward, 36 years old. We don't know what he's going to do. But if they can retain TJ Watt and Cam Hayward, you got Alex Highsmith, like, this might be the best front 7 in football if all these guys can come back, plus you throw in Harmon.
No second-round pick for the Steelers. In the 3rd round, they go and pick Kaleb Johnson. And User, we got to talk about maybe what might be the biggest disrespect I've ever seen in a video game. You see Kaleb Johnson is sitting here. He's the 4th highest-rated running back in the entire game. Hey, User, what do you think of his abilities?
The abilities. K-Spade, where you at, man?
Oh, no.
I mean, honestly,
he's here.
I don't know how, you're a top 5 and definitely top 4 running back and have 0 abilities.
Not even a mental ability didn't give him anything.
Doesn't have bronze, platinum, or any of that. And so the thing about it is, you can look at this situation and say, well, only place he can go from here is up.
Right?
That's true. That's true.
Dang.
And
I
Nick,
mean,
just for the people to understand, scroll down to like Samson.
Sure.
Henderson,
Dylan Sampson. We've talked about Dylan Sampson. He got drafted. Look at all those abilities. I mean, I sit there, Travion Henderson. He is 2nd-round pick. Look at all those abilities. Ollie Gordon had basically every ability. I mean, let's see how long it takes to get to another running back without an ability. Let's see how long this takes. It takes all the way down to Trey Stewart. Shout out to Jacksonville State.
And what it looks like, it could be a little bit of shade at the smaller schools.
It's Iowa. It's a Big Ten school.
I love this pick though from a fantasy football.
I'm trying. Dick.
You did your best, bro.
I'm trying to save him. I'm trying.
I love this pick,
Kaleb Johnson.
Fantasy football wise though, User. I think he's going to come in, contribute right away. Because look, they lost Najee. Where did Najee Harris go, Nick? What team did he went? He's not on the Steelers anymore. I know that.
Yeah, he's not on the Steelers anymore, and I would like to point out, it makes me sad because Najee Harris was one of my favorite players to watch run into the back of his offensive lineman. I loved it personally, but yeah, he is no longer with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's now with the Los Angeles Chargers. He's going to be competing with Omarion Hampton for carries, and I got news for you: if Omarion Hampton is as people advertise, he will not be getting any carries.
That is true. You still got Jalen Warren, who's more of a speed back. You got Kenneth Gainwell there, I believe, as well with the Steelers now. But this is a guy, Kaleb Johnson. He can come in, be the new Najee Harris, maybe hopefully more explosive than Najee Harris. But you know that this offense, they want to run the football. That's what the Steelers like to do, play defense, run the football. I think Kaleb Johnson can come in, contribute day one, and I think he is a great DFS early on guy you can roster, probably for a cheap value, and then season-long fantasy, a guy you definitely want to draft and stash on your squad.
93 speed, 91 truck for an elusive back, 6 foot 225. I'm certainly somebody who's going to help contribute in the backfield. And I don't know. I got to watch a lot of Kaleb Johnson at Iowa, being a Big Ten fan. He certainly is impressive, and that's what I do like about him is he brings a lot. And I feel like for a Steelers team that for a long time the run game has not been.
Yeah.
Well, their offense has not been great. Their offense has been a struggle for years. Even though Mike Tomlin continues his voodoo magic and gets them to 500, their offense has been a struggle. So adding a weapon is good. They then go defense. TD, this is prototypical Mike Tomlin. You go out and you get Jack Sawyer. He has some abilities, by the way. They gave him abilities. Not Kaleb Johnson, apparently. Not good enough, but Jack Sawyer, Pickerington, Ohio native, 6'5", 260, leader of the national championship Ohio State Buckeye defense, who the three of us got to watch together, which I loved. That's a great memory of mine.
Yeah.
H.O.
Hey, Joe. But let me tell you, this guy, he has the ability. He's stacked. 94 overall, and you get him in the 4th round at the 123rd pick, and look at the abilities. Platinum team player. And that's what you got to have if you're going to be a Steeler. Mike Tomlin's not going to have anybody that's not a team player, and you understand, you can see why they picked him, and he fits the mold to be able to get him the second best defensive end in college football in the 4th round. And now I'm trying to understand, like, how are we trying to get these ratings? Are these guys actually rated this good because of the universities they go to? Because or what? Because the combine and the scouting is just off. Like, I feel like this guy should have been, at worst case, 2nd round by his rating.
I don't
now
understand.
They get him in the 4th.
This is crazy. 4th round. And Nick, we've talked about Sawyer a lot. I've asked you about him because you know him really well. But when I've seen this guy play all season long, he was an absolute stud. We watched the college football Final Four game. We were there. Strip sack to the crib. Basically won the game for Ohio State. Like, this guy is a freaking stud. You put him in there with T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, Derrick Harmon, who they just drafted. Like, This is an unbelievable pick in the 4th round. Now, you can have the floor here because you know this guy obviously well. I know people maybe doesn't have the best speed. He's a little bit older for his position. That's why he slid. But this seems like an outstanding pick from Mike Tomlin.
I think there's kind of two factors for this one. And again, we are grading these purely based on the game rating, so that's going to be totally different than what scouts see. I think the two things that knock on Jack Sawyer, number one is he's undersized. 6'5", 260 at the outside. Definitely more of a linebacker size than DN size at 260. He doesn't blow you away with his physicals. I mean, his speed, 86 speed, that kind of feels right. For Sawyer. He's definitely quicker on the outside, but undersized in the NFL against bigger tackles. That's going to be tough for Sawyer. But I think he's just one of those guys that even though in the game he's highly rated, that's compared to other college football players. He's a great college football player. Will that translate to the NFL? We'll wait and see. I have faith in him because I believe in both Joe Hendry and Jack Sawyer. And I just think that like this feels like a guy that can develop. My guess would be this screams somebody who moves to outside linebacker, especially with his instincts. He can move to outside linebacker, even cut a little bit from that 260. I don't know if he plays the end, but he's going to. The one thing he has high motor. This dude plays hard every single play, and I feel like that's a Mike Tomlin pick if I've ever seen one. He stays on the defensive line, by the way, this Pittsburgh Steelers team, and they go defensive tackle next. I'm curious where Yahya Black is rated because I was looking at the top of this. He's not there yet. He is not there. There he is. We got him. There you go. Okay.
Ooh.
And that's not bad for a 5th rounder, and he has an ability.
Okay, I don't know why you got to throw shade at his Iowa teammate, Kaleb Johnson, but, he's got the
That's
ability.
not bad. We just seen 91 overalls go in undrafted, and now you're saying an 85 in the 5th round is not bad? No, this is not. No. If we're basing this
Ty, are you saying it's bad?
This is a bad pick. This is
okay.
a bad pick.
It's a bad pick.
What's his
It's a
strength? He said
bad pick.
93
He has
strength.
an ability, option disruptor. Now, how many options?
How many option teams are running out there in the? Yeah, listen, against Baltimore, that's the same division. There's a lot of read options run by Lamar Jackson.
What is the block shed like? If we can get like a 95 block shed, okay,
what do we think we're going to see? What do you think we're going to see? You think we're seeing 90s?
Low 90s, maybe upper 80s.
Ooh,
yeah, this ain't it.
Sorry, Yahya.
No, this ain't it.
He had to have a crazy combine because he went in the 5th round, and you got guys rated way higher than him and played on bigger stages and didn't get drafted.
6'5", 317 for Yahya Black. They then go quarterback to my guy.
Your boy.
My boy. Got to watch him. It is none other than Ohio State quarterback, former Kansas State quarterback Will Howard. And you're talking about a guy who has played for a 6'4", 235. So he's got kind of that prototypical quarterback size, TD. Not going to blow you away with the speed, but does have, let's be clear. He is rated 1 speed point higher than Shedeur Sanders. So he does have some mobility. He runs more like Josh Allen runs. This is definitely more of that power quarterback run than a speed quarterback run. But a senior, played all 4 years. Yeah. And for Pittsburgh, you talk about quarterback position. It's been a dice roll these last couple of years.
And that's what I was going to say. If Aaron Rodgers decides to retire, if he doesn't come to the Steelers, who the hell is their quarterback? I think it might be Will Howard. I don't even know who's in the Steelers quarterback room right now. There's no one there.
Justin Fields is gone.
He's on the Jets. Yeah,
Russell Wilson.
Gone.
It's gone. Is it Will Howard?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and I like this pick. It's 6th round pick. I from what I've seen from Will Howard, this guy's a gamer. This guy shows up in big moments. You mentioned the Josh Allen comparison. I won't go there, but a lot of the physical
I just said he runs like him. He runs like a linebacker.
And this is what you kind of expect in the 6th round. This is a solid pick. You can see the way Tomlin is drafting. He's making sure his guys are there isn't any reaches. Shedeur should have been drafted way higher. When you see an 85 overall, 87, Will Howard, you're not upset at him going in the 6th round. And like you said, the Steelers did need to fix that hole. And you look at his abilities. He has a gold sleight of hand. He has a bronze dot. That means he is capable. He's capable, and he has a platinum pull down. Meaning that his play action pump fake is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
And I remember his days at Kansas State. I feel like he was even more mobile. I think he's had some injuries and stuff, so the speed's gone down a little bit. What's it, 83 speed? But he's pretty mobile. He's pretty athletic for a guy at that size, so I like it.
Let's be clear. You want to hear this Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback room right now? Will Howard, Skylar Thompson, and Oklahoma State legend Mason Rudolph. Back with the Steelers, baby.
This is bad. Yeah,
I'd like to congratulate Will Howard on starting for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. We go to the 6th round, the 7th round, and we go to UW. I have no idea where this guy's rated, so we're gonna go down to Washington to start. He's a linebacker out of Washington. Let's see what kind of linebacker we got for Carson. It is a middle linebacker. I got scared. I saw 26. I was like, uh-oh.
What's with all these Steelers drafting players with no abilities?
90 overall?
90 overall. No abilities, huh? User, your thoughts on a no ability linebacker, 80 speed?
Obviously, it's another guy that's going to have to come out here and prove himself, not only to the league, not only to his teammates, but to Madden and the devs, because another guy, no abilities. He's 90 overall. How many linebackers? What is he, top 10, top 15?
He is top 6. And let's be clear, if we thought the Cleveland Browns drafted purely based on college football 25, it is clear Mike Tomlin has never touched this game.
Never.
GM has never touched this game because they're drafted no ability guys out here. Listen, his numbers, 80 speed, middle linebacker, 78 strength. This is a field general, so he's not going to blow you away anywhere. 92 awareness. Ty, he's a dude. He's a dude. He's a guy.
For a 7th round pick, if you can get a 90 overall in the 7th
you're
round,
happy.
That's a steal. 7th round, top 6 running linebacker, 90 overall.
I wish we had a little bit more speed, of course.
84 zone, 94%.
He seems a little undersized to be like a run stopper, so he does seem like he's more of a pass linebacker, pass defending linebacker, but 80 speed is a little bit tough. But so it's not great, but at 90 overall, it's okay in the 7th round.
All right, and we close it out. 7th round, cornerback out of Central Michigan. Fire up chips. It is none other than Dante Kent. Now, boys, I want to do something here. 7th round pick. What rating do we think Dante Kent got?
He probably
He's like
mid-80s?
87, 88?
80, 84.
Let's see. Disrespect, 87.
87.
With abilities.
That's what I said. Hey,
With
that's what I said,
abilities.
guys.
With
But it's cool.
abilities.
You could just pass over that. Like I didn't just.
How do I mute Tyler Davis? Removed from call. I don't know. It's weird. Dante Kent, first thing you notice, user, look at that
96
speed. 96 speed. Pure burner, 5'11", 195, man-to-man corner. He's going to be looking to keep up with some of those fast receivers. Not that the Browns have, but some of these other teams have.
Yeah, and you look at his abilities. You know, he's right there. He has a silver blanket coverage, silver ball hawk, and he has a bronze knockout. Those are all the abilities that you do want to start when it comes to playing games like Madden and college football. And the guy has the speed. Might not have the height, but 5'11", he's able to cover anybody on the field with that speed.
87 man.
87 man, not bad. What's the press?
79.
Not great, but you get the
Listen,
speed there.
you're gonna have to go to the weight room with Mike Tomlin. Okay, we're gonna need you to be hitting the bench. Okay, we're gonna need some work out there. But from a pure speed perspective, I mean, Dante Kent played in the MAC school, so probably not getting quite as much time on TV as some of these other guys. From a college football 25 perspective, you're getting a nice little steal there. Somebody who's going to bring some speed to the outside. I like that.
Yeah, it's
I like the pick.
Solid for the 7th round to get that speed. I will say, in Madden 26, I'm probably not going to use the Steelers because they have no quarterback, unless maybe Rodgers goes there. But if you are going to use the Steelers in Madden 26, you're going to sub in Kent no matter what, because 96 speed in any football video game is always critical.
Let's talk DFS before we give our final ratings. TD, from a DFS perspective, listen, I'm no expert on DFS. I like to dabble. I like to play. I'm on the sites. This screams like it's one of these two players. It's either Kaleb Johnson leading the backfield or it's Will Howard, because is Will Howard the best quarterback on this roster?
I think he is. But do you draft Will Howard in season-long fantasy? That's going to be a crazy debate. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't come to the Steelers, I think it's Will Howard's job. I don't know if I can take him in fantasy. I think DFS, if he's really cheap, 4,500, 5K on DraftKings some of these weeks, he might be a viable option. But I think you pointed out Kaleb Johnson is the number one fantasy asset here. This is a guy I think is going to come in, early on in the season and contribute. He could be the goal line back and then eventually take over that 3-down role. So Kaleb Johnson to me stands out as a great fantasy player.
Could be a touchdown stealer on the 1-yard line. I would also like to point out, it might be the first time we bring this up, TD. We don't talk about defenses a lot, but if you're drafting defenses, you add Derrick Harmon to the defense. That D-line gets nasty. You get a defense that can get a couple sacks in a game, and all of a sudden your defense is obviously the Steelers are typically one of the more expensive defenses in DFS, but so it could certainly be a matchup play on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah, Steelers have been good the last couple of years. Always usually a top 5 defense, and that's what they did in this draft. They just added to it. You talk about Jack Sawyer, who I think was the best pick in this entire draft, especially based on college football 25. You add in Derrick Harmon. They added the Iowa nose tackle. They added some speed at defensive back. And Mike Tomlin can coach up defense like no other. So Steelers defense, I expect to be viable every single week in DraftKings and FanDuel.
Boys, let's give our rating. All right, where are we feeling? Ty, I'm gonna start with you. What are you feeling? This one is kind of all over the place. What do you think?
Yeah,
Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm feeling a little mid on it. I think real life, it's an okay draft, but of course we're basing this off college football 25. Exactly. We're basing this off college football 25, and so it's a little bit mid. I think the Jack Sawyer pick is the only really good pick, in my opinion. I even think Harmon at the first round pick is kind of mid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go C- here.
User. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
going D. I'm going D
plus C minus.
I go D, and listen, I am saying this first of all, again, I reiterate, it's purely based on the game. Second of all, it's not against my Ohio State guys. I'm sorry, but bro, you got two guys with no abilities. You got two no ability guys. I mean, nobody here is really blowing you away. Derrick Harmon's a really nice player. I think Will Howard, for being a national championship quarterback, was still only an 85 overall. I mean, there's nobody here that I'm like, oh my God, what a pick, what a steal. It feels like a lot of mid and a lot of you picked a 93 or 91 overall running back with no ability. This feels like a D. If this isn't a D, I don't know what's going to get worse than this, user.
Yeah, D plus.
Yeah, we'll
D plus because it's Tomlin, and they did get a couple. Jack Sawyer. Even though the guys the running back being rated so high and no abilities is if you're Tomlin, you gotta make sure you're looking at CFB when you're drafting these players. You got to have abilities. Abilities is
He
king.
might need to make a call.
Are we gonna get an F? By the way, is there a team?
It's possible. We got a lot of teams to go through. Here's all I can say.
D plus.
Yeah.
D plus on my
We're
end.
throwing them in.
Minus from Ty.
We're running through the D's with the Pittsburgh Steelers. As always, make sure like, share, subscribe. Let us know what team you want to see next as we work our way through all 32 NFL teams.